Hey everybody, welcome back to Tube Lords, the show where I talk about the worst people on YouTube. Tube Lords. Obviously the show is going to be compared to many others, but that's okay as long as this one gets a lot of views. Do realize, though, that I am very passionate about YouTube. Granted, I haven't been uploading as much as I normally have recently, but that's because I'm working a 9 to 5 and I'm trying to figure out how to get time right now and work out all this other stuff. But that's a story for later. Even though YouTube isn't the wild, wild west anymore like it used to be, there's still a lot of good on this website. However, I'm going to be talking about the bad. I'm not trying to show up late to the YouTube drama party, and I'm not trying to start a YouTube drama show. My goal is to use YouTubers to talk about bigger ideas. For instance, this time I'm talking about one of my least favorite people on YouTube, FouseyTube. The idea behind this video has been eating me out for a long time now. The problem I'm having, though, is that I don't exactly have an answer to the question I'm going to be bringing up in this video. My hope is that there's going to be someone in the comments that can shed some light on all of this. So the idea I'm talking about is worshiping a false idol. Specifically, I'm referring to FouseyTube and his positivity. The question I want to go over is if it's okay to follow someone who is ultimately a bad person on the inside but promotes positivity on the outside, specifically for younger audiences who are only really able to understand the latter. Now, why does this matter to me so much? It matters because I look up to people too, and when I think about this FouseyTube situation, it makes me question how I'd feel if someone whose work really spoke to me was also a bad person. Does it take away from what they've created? Is my enjoyment of their content trivialized? Am I growing as a person if my time is spent watching them? Am I growing a tail again? What does it say about me to enjoy the work of someone I know is not a morally sound person? Does it matter who's actually behind the persona, or should content and the creator be kept separate like church and state? Now, I think a lot of people would take that last route immediately, and I did too at first. But now I'm not so sure. Before I continue with these questions, let me explain why I think FouseyTube is a bad person. I don't think he's bad for faking pranks.
But Fousey, you fake shit. How are you gonna talk about fake shit? Exactly. If anybody knows about fake shit, it's me.
And I don't think he's bad for intentionally misleading his audience with his involvement in YouTube drama purely for attention. So I want to believe this one right here is just a misguided attempt at a lesson, and it was just a stupid decision. But essentially what he did was he faked being punched to call out YouTube drama channels. So to put this into perspective, I covered a story on SourceFed recently about a woman who tried to teach her husband a lesson that he was spending too much on scratch-off tickets by buying a scratch-off ticket. I hope you can see the irony in that. Either way, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he was just being a dingus, and he wasn't intentionally misleading his audience there. I think FouseyTube is a bad person because he used a kid with brain cancer to play off YouTube drama. This was in July of this year. He had just been called out for whatever fake prank thing happened. It might have been with Rice Scum, might have just been with like Keemstar or Philly D. That part of the story you can find a way more concise wrap-up on literally anyone else's channel. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in FouseyTube's PR move to avoid the conflict. This was either 2 or 3 days after his worst bashing on YouTube ever, and he decided to upload a video titled "My Last Fight, ... cancer." I remember seeing that and thinking, oh god, does this dude have cancer? Ah, you pranked me, Fousey. No, he didn't have cancer. But he flew out to someone who did. Now you're thinking, wow, that actually sounds like a great thing to do. Good for him. This will, in a second, lead me back to the idea behind this video, so just wait. Many people believe that video was not made with the child's best interests in mind, but rather to exploit his condition for sympathy and admiration. Why do I think he used this child? Well, I feel like if he was making this video for Ephraim, that's the boy in the video, he wouldn't have acknowledged any aspect of the drama. Because what's the point? He's there to make a kid happy. Why talk about that, you know? However, he managed to bring it up almost immediately.
Is there too much drama right now? No? I felt like there was too much drama. And that's why I wanted to see you, because like, you have so much positivity and you're like so happy. I was like, why am I dealing with this drama if you're over here so happy?
And then listen to this one.
I'll take you on my side any day. So if any bully comes up to me, I'm just gonna call your name. You need to come protect me. All right, deal? You heard that. I don't care if he's grounded. If it happens, he has to come. Be like, I gotta protect Yusuf. He's getting bullied again.
I mean, he said it better than I could. If I ever get into YouTube drama, please be my cancer shield. Now, I'm putting this next clip in just for fun.
As negative as everyone can be, when it's like something positive, it's like, you can't have it in your heart to be negative.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that even mean? That's like one of those shitty quotes you see over a beautiful horizon.
As negative as everyone can be, when it's like something positive, it's like you can't have it in your heart to be negative. Yeah.
Okay, here's a really good clip.
My people don't go and hate on other people.
Why do you hate on YouTubers that are 10 times more popular than you? You make these videos because you are when you have no idea what kind of struggle they go through while you're here. Computer.
My people don't go and hate on other people because the people who the people who are gonna watch this are not the same people with the.
They're not the same people with keyboards?
Mentality.
The typing mentality?
So when I'm fighting against the drama, I'm fighting against people who love that.
I believe at this point it's the third or fourth time YouTube drama is brought up, and it is palpable how little FouseyTube cares to involve himself in anything more than talking to FouseyTube about ice cream and funny YouTube videos. Yet drama keeps coming up for some reason.
After today, I'm obviously not gonna make a video addressing any of the things that have been said about me.
And there you have it, the ultimate PR move. A video so pure, only a masochist would dare question his intentions. Okay, so if you're still not believing that that video was an entire exploitation piece, then this video's not for you, fuck it. But for the people who are interested in where this video's going, thanks for sticking around. We're about to reach a conclusion of some sort, I hope. So here we go. Did flying to Efrain Ortiz make that kid's day? Yeah, probably. He got to be in a Dose of Fousey video. Did FouseyTube use him to escape YouTube drama? I believe wholeheartedly that he did. Does that make him a bad person? I believe it does. So that's that for my opinion on Fousey and why I'm using him as an example in this video for the bigger idea. But even if you don't believe he's a bad person, all of this still applies to any content creator ever. What irks me the most is that part of me can't help but feel like the people who look up to these fake creators are being done dirty, that these creators are doing their audience a huge disservice, even when their viewers only see one side of them. Well, they say never meet your heroes. Well, I believe that to some extent. What I really struggle to wrap my head around is what is the actual harm in looking up to someone like FouseyTube? What is so detrimental about worshiping a false idol? Bill Clinton cheated on his wife, people still love him because they believe he's a good president. Kobe Bryant cheated on his wife, people still believe he's the best basketball player ever. Arnold Schwarzenegger cheated on his wife, and he's still a national treasure to some people. Why are all of these celebrities cheating on their wives? Who knows? Back to the main question about why it's bad to follow someone who's fake. Someone who promotes positivity, but in reality is a massive cunt. I was asking around because I really, for the life of me, could not figure this out, and my friend Trevor actually had something pretty interesting to say that changed my mind a little bit. Or didn't change it, but made me realize. Here's a quote. He said, "It's the same as there being a domestic violence situation next door, but you choose not to get involved because the abuser in that home is super cool with you when you meet up for beers on the patio, or because one time he helped you when you locked your keys in the car. It's choosing ignorance because of one or two good deeds." And I agree. I think content and the creator should not be church and state. I think ignoring someone's real persona because they produce positive content is dangerous. Ignorance in general is dangerous, and unfortunately the majority of FouseyTube's audience will never know, or maybe even care, who the real Yusuf is. So the danger of ignorance in this case is unknowingly developing habits from the creator, following suit and thinking that's okay. Now the chance of someone watching a FouseyTube video then going to visit a child with cancer for a PR move that's unlikely. I'm not talking about that specifically. I'm talking about consistently covering up bad deeds with good deeds. That's the real danger in a situation like this. And enjoying FouseyTube creates more FouseyTubes. I hope this all made sense. If it didn't, I'm gonna kill myself. Thank you for watching. Adios!